Hello, this is Iron Bill back with another video, and tonight's video is another Legendary Lost Sector, but with a twist. This is my alt account, which is a Freelight account. I have not purchased any of the DLCs or such on it, and what I was interested to see was what would happen if I try to do a Legendary Lost Sector on something with a relatively low power light. And the weapons I would be using, I chose not to use any exotics except the Stompies, which are really pretty easily gotten in the game, even for Freelight players. I hadn't done anything high level. They just dropped, might have even gotten it from Zur. So it's the only concession I made. But other than that, what I wanted to see was how it would be to be a Freelight player that brought it up to the soft cap, at least, and did a 1560 Legendary Lost Sector. And today's is the Quarry, and it's giving away chest pieces, and it's a relatively easy Legendary Lost Sector if you're highlight and you have the right weapons. But what I have here is a Syncopation 53. It does have Vorpal and Steady Hands, but other than that, it's a really unremarkable pulse rifle. This really, if you look at DAM and the comparisons on it, it's not anything special. Okay, there are the stats. I have my Enigma, which I've crafted with Subsistence, Rampage, and Accurized Rounds. This may or may not be the best roll. It's the one I chose. I think I also went for a bit of handling. You can see the stats here. The heavy was the question. I don't have Galahorn. I don't have anything that really hits hard in Xenophage. I don't have anything at all. I mean, I really don't have any great hard hitting. I don't have Reed's Regret. I don't have anything. So what I did have was a Threaded Needle. Now today's Legendary Lost Sector is Void, so Void damage is magnified, and this happens to be Void, so it's not a terrible choice, except it's just, again, not a very good roll. This is an older linear fusion rifle, not much to recommend. Now I did have as a backup the Falling Guillotine as a sword. I thought if I have to go back in and do it again, I'll go mix it up with the Falling Guillotine. This does do a pretty good job, but as you're pretty weak, the area of effect attacks do damage the character pretty much. Now I did put Classy Restoration on. I am running, of course, Blade Barrage, Solar Grenades, and there you go. So that is the setup. Now what I'd like to do is take you into the video and show you the entirety of the Lost Sector, which does not take very long. So here we go. Alright, so low level ads here. I'm trying the Syncopation to see how much damage it can do. It's not terribly accurate. You notice I'm not getting a whole lot of crits there. I do have a champion, a barrier. I think it's Unstoppable here. And I hit him, and Reed's Regret, I'm aiming for the head. I should be aiming for the cylinder on his back. Bad habit. Anyway, 2 shots would have done it, but instead I wasted 3. So I'm drifting down here to make sure everything's reloaded because there'll be other champions. You want to hit these Incendiors really quickly with your glaive. Now my glaive on my main character would have hit it when it jumped, and this one is just set up a little to the velocity of the round is a lot slower. Here come the dogs. Not much trouble. If you don't have a well-rolled Syncopation, I advise you really try to get one before this season's over. It drops in World Drops. It's a really good pulse rifle. A real dadgun, if you will. I think it's a 390, like the Bygones used to be. It's just and Suros guns are always super stable, so it's just a nice steady gun. I mean, it's not the best in class, but it is one of those guns that just does everything well enough. All right, we're going to blast that so we don't accidentally have that blown up in our face. I'm going to save the green ammo for after we get down here because we're going to have a champion down here up on the ledge to the right, I know, unless he jumps down on us. And I'm just going to go ahead and pop those out. Now, Subsistence there, see, I don't have to reload. So I'm just going to creep in there. There he is. And then once again, oh, now he's a barrier one, so I'm going to have to knock him down a little bit. And then, there we go. Switch to the pulse and get him stunned. And then 2 shots will do it. I probably should have gone in there and used a finisher, but I didn't. It would have saved 1 round of Reed's Regret. I need to pick up this ammo, make sure that we've got enough. There's really nothing else in there for me to get. And off we go. Yeah. No heavy yet. I've got 15 rounds. It should be enough if, I use my head. Now, we're going to have, of course, the Gladiator. He's down. He's down. And the glaive is just the way to go here. I could have tried to work him down with a syncopation, but there were two of them, and they're tough. And the second one would have gotten to me before I could have killed the first. All right, so I'm drifting in here. There's a champion up here. Now, if I want to move quickly here, get this guy shielding up and then hit him, I can kill him before these things on the right become a problem. But they are a problem now, and I'm out of position. So the best thing to do is just get out of here. And you have to back up to the other part of the cave, or they won't stop shooting. And you're going to see the fire is so intense here that walking in, I would have just been blasted. Now, in the past, I've used the hard light on this so I could switch elements and break shields and such, but I don't think it's going to be necessary here. There's nothing arc, it's just void and solar, and I have my solar ability, so I can break shields if I have to that way, and the glaive will ultimately break shields anyway. Alright, so I've got a couple of champions I'm going to have to deal with in here again. I'm just going to go ahead and glaive that guy real quick. And I can't really do much with him yet, and I don't want to kill him. That's the boss. So these guys need to get taken down. I missed with the glaive. That's where the velocity really hurts. If I re-roll it, I'm going to re-roll it for velocity instead of subsistence, I think. All right, so that's going to help take them down. There's one. And that should be two. And then I'm going to go up on top. It's a better place to be because the ads that come after you after this are going to spawn from below. So it's important to get in a place where you're going to be set up to deal with that. Now, I'm going to work around here and take a couple shots on him and see what my... See, at this point in time, I don't know what my linear fusion is going to do to it, the pointed needle. I've got to get his shield busted. There it is. Now we're going to blade barrage. Go ahead and get that done in case it takes longer than I think it's going to kill him. And now if I don't classy restoration there, I die. Alright, so now I got to break the shield again. And I'm starting to get low on glaive, but I go ahead and expend it so I can get a couple more rounds on him, and then I see the champion and realize that's an unstoppable, and I'm going to have to glaive him. And so I do, and a couple rounds in his head, make it 3, and he's down. This guy's going to be straightforward with just a pulse, and then we'll come around here and start working the champion again. Now I'm out of ammo, and I'm just going to have to, and I see that heavy on the ground, which I'm going to need because I'm down to 4 rounds. So I'm going to toss a grenade there. He's going to scoot away from that. I'm still going to bust him up. Classy restoration probably here in a second. Oh, I've got glaive ammo now, and now I know I'm going to get the shield off of him. If I hit him. There's one. Missed that one. Got that one. Going to get this ammo. Glaive him a couple times. Spin out of there and hit him again. I'm working him down, but then I see the ads are getting coming up behind me again. And I should have killed that barrel a long time ago, and I'm lucky that they didn't blow it up. I'm able to get above them. And as long as you get up here, they have to march up this hill, and it's a choke point. They won't jump up. They always march up the hill. So as long as you're here, you're okay. Do a little blade toss there. I just want to go ahead and knock him out. I've got the heavy now to do it, and it's just smart to go ahead and get him knocked down. And if I could get down and get that buff, I could make short work of the boss. But I'm really not in good position to do it just yet. Run through, get it. All right. Now, if I can bust his shield, we can pretty much get this taken down. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. And that's the boss. And that's it. That's the fight. So, not a lot to it. You can do it with a new light player, so long as you're leveled to the soft cap. And bear in mind, I'm not a great player at all. I mean, if I can do this in just under, I think, 7 minutes, 6:41 is what it says there. If I can do it in just under 7 minutes, taking my time, a good player, a quality player could fly through that much faster, even with a new light player, and even without great weapons. So I would recommend if you're wanting to farm for chess pieces, this is a good one to do. It's nice and quick. And even if it takes you 7 minutes to do, that's a relatively quick legendary lost sector for the possible high gain. So with that, I'm going to call it a night. Thanks a lot for watching. This is Iron Bill signing out.